busy so that I can do that. And sometimes he can sit in it for 30 or 40 minutes and be totally happy. Yes. Today he's had lots of time on his back and a little tummy time. So we put together a little basket of toys for George. We always have baskets of toys around for the different age groups. Some of the things that George has, he's got a little car that zips, and that came with a set of 4. And of course things always disappear. He's got a little plush rattle. And I play with this with him, or his siblings do. Just kind of, he kicks around, he's happy to see it. This is a VTech little learning flashlight. Of course we have, everything takes batteries and everything is noisy. So I always like things that are not battery operated to stimulate them like this. We've got a Jack in the Box that he likes to play with Bethany. And an old tin spinning wheel. This is one of his favorite toys that he got for Christmas, and we've had versions of this in the past. Here's a neat little thing that we got for him for Christmas that is Infantino, and it has a suction cup, so I can just kind of leave him around. It sticks best to the table, but he's not in a high chair or anything yet, so he pretty much just hangs on to it and teases it. He's demanding a little attention. He really likes this little train, this little popper train from Fisher-Price. And this has been a hand-me-down toy as well. But he's modeled after the little engine that could. Today, George is going to get another taste of some applesauce. Yes, so we're going to get ready for lunch here, and George can have some solid food. Yes, or semi-solid. It's homemade applesauce, so there's nothing preservative-wise or sugar in it. We just cook the apples and mash them down.
And me and Zach and Trey are very much twins. Okay. And I'm 580.
All right.
Yeah.
And it is noon. It's way past morning now. Bethany's gotten herself dressed, but we haven't done her hair yet. So why don't you go find your hairbrush and a ponytail, okay? And then we'll do you up. So some mornings are a little slow in getting around, but we get things eventually. So I guess we'll start with the stars. Yeah, you want to show everyone how you can eat a star? Yes. Oh, hi there. It's really funny. I was just kind of looking through some of the other videos available on YouTube about babies' milestones. And I look at these other babies that are 4 months old, and George now being 5 months old, what a difference 4 weeks makes, and even a couple of weeks with these babies. Hi, this guy is full of personality, and he looks like a young boy, not so much like a little, lump of a baby. Of course, you see he's got a full head of hair still. Hi, anything he lost has been growing back in. Just a shade lighter than the rest of his hair. He's got all kinds of blondes and coppers in his hair like his big brothers and big sister. So my kids are all quite camouflagey with their hair. So he'll probably end up just like with Murdoch, go a little lighter and then back to dark again. Oh yeah, this is one of his favorite things to do too. He gets just able to grab you and he's gonna put you in his mouth. It doesn't matter if it's your arm or your foot or your leg. Hi. Yes, he loves to gnaw on our knuckles. So we should be expecting some little teeth here real soon. Yeah. He talks, he laughs. He acknowledges people when they come in the room or if we leave. Yeah. So as you've heard in some of the other videos, like the sugar scrub video, he's very vocal. If he's not getting attention and he's wanting it, he'll let us know. Yeah. So we're gonna just get on with some other afternoon things here, but I'll show you how he's grown. So one thing that is a little bit hard to do, this guy wants to push himself up all the time in his bath, and we still are giving him baths in the sink, so you have to always keep a hand on him. But we just do his body in the sink, and then when he's all done, I dry him off and wrap him up, and then I wash his hair separately. But a neat little thing that I came up with to help me with him is this dispensing lotions and soaps. It's hard to do and impossible with one person. So I've started to just squirt out a little bit here on the counter into a puddle so that I can get him clean just by getting it right up on my hand. Ooh, yeah. He's being especially squirmy because he just woke up from a nap. And this way I can just get him all washed up, and I'm just rubbing him with the soap in my hand, and then I'll go over him with the washcloth to make sure he's thoroughly cleaned. And thank you to Jack. He's helping to film this part right now because our bathroom is very small for a tripod, and it's hard to get it done without running into it. So thank you for that. But George is very grabby and teedy these days, so he likes to get the washcloth while we're washing him. But it's real important with your babies to make sure that you wash in these creases so they don't get yeast infections in them. It's real common for babies to get it in their neck area and behind their knees and their fat rolls. So it doesn't hurt to get them all clean and then pop them out of their tub or sink and make sure you wash those areas really good with the washcloth. So for George, what we do is I have a towel all ready for him. Okay. And I lay him on his baby scale and I wrap him up so that he's all clean. And you can see how kicky he was. So now I can wash his face. And I'll make sure and go over his feet and behind his knees. Because sometimes a little boy just has so much going on. I'm going to make sure you always get behind their ears and in their ears. And remember that pediatricians do not recommend using Q-tips on babies. So we try to always just wash his ears. The trick that they have been saying about babies' ears for years is if it's smaller than their elbow, don't stick it in their ear. Back up a little bit. So watch his feet. I just make sure that he doesn't have any hair wrapped around his toes, because so in the course of my doing laundry, my hair ends up with bits of it in his jammies and on the floor. So if you have long hair or the post-pregnancy, just regular hair loss that happens, make sure you check your baby's feet. See, like right here, just that little bit. I constantly wear my hair in a braid and a ponytail, but it's just impossible to keep it off of him. So he likes to grab our hair and it gets wrapped up in his fingers and toes. So one day, I was changing him, and I don't know how long it had been there, but he had a hair wrapped around his toe so tight that his toe was not getting good circulation. So we got that off of there real quick and gave him a good massage to make sure that he had circulation going on it. So see, I still had plenty of soap here on the counter. I just wipe it off my hand, and then he gets all clean. Now I'm just holding him like a football right now under my arm and against my rib cage. Yeah. Like that. And compared to like baby's first bath, you can back up a bit so that you can see what's going on here, like how I'm holding him. I was just noticing my big boy needs a bath or a face wash because his lips are blue. Jack has been eating Jell-O.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you rub baby's head really good and get all the soap out, because that will help reduce and prevent cradle cap and just having soap build up. Now he's basically done with his bath, and I can moisturize him with anything that we choose. This winter time, a good, nice, easy thing to do is just straight coconut oil. Coconut oil is a solid or a semi-solid, anyways, in these colder temperatures. But just in the regular house temperature, it stays solid, and you just warm it up in your hands a little bit, and it turns to a liquid. But it can be too oily, so you don't want to do too much. And look down here in the sink. Something I do for him. This is the washcloth I use to wash him. To keep his butt from sliding as much, I put a washcloth in the bottom of the sink for him also. And this is a Delta faucet. A nice thing about it is that it moves out of the way. He, a lot of times, will like to try to grab a hold of it, which is safer for him to grab a hold of this than to grab a hold of the hot faucet. So if you're ever washing your children in the tub, in the sink, you want to make sure that they're not reaching for that hot faucet and that you have a good temperature on your hot water heater. So now, baby is all settled in, and he's going to get diapered and jammied, and then we'll top off his belly so that we can get in on our dinner time. Okay, so little George is all in his jammies. We call it being jammied up. I said that he was going to go get jammied up, and of course pajamas are called jammies. So little Bethany picked that up. This is something that George got for Christmas. It is a 9-month size Carter's, and it's a rib knit. I really, really like this material for him to sleep in because I still get that closeness with him, and then he doesn't sweat so much and his feet don't get clammy. It's like 16.5 to 21 pounds, I think. And he's got plenty of room here still for length. He's kicking around a lot and he's got his legs drawn up. But a lot of his pajamas are the fleece, and his feet were sweating a lot. And he just didn't have a lot of room in the feet in the 6-month size. Hi. So we're starting to move him up to 9 months already, and he's only 5 months old. Oh, yeah. He says, "Where's my milk? I want to get on it." This is his favorite little frog. It's by Infantino. And he likes to chew on the yellow ring, not so much the purple ring. Yes, and it's got the little crinkle paper inside. And a little bell that rattles. And it's got a mirror there for him to look at. But he just wants it in his mouth. He doesn't really care right now what's going on. That's right. So, of course, George is exclusively breastfeeding. He's not interested in pacifier. I would say on average that George is sleeping about 17 hours total a day. It's really hard with having bigger siblings to get those long naps in during the afternoon. So we just do our best with that. And if he gets woke up, just try to get him to go back to sleep a little bit. So lots of little baby naps, little cat naps. And of course, we're trying to give him some little toys to keep himself busy. But he's getting more active because he's, getting more mobile with his hands. He can see really well and he follows things when we hold things for him. And he's being more interested in things beyond his immediate area. So like he'll, see something on the television or see his siblings across the room. So with the siblings, we just try to do the best we can so that people are being quiet and giving him some peace. And of course, letting him, have that growth time in his naps. Everybody just loves to play with him and hug and kiss him when he does wake up. So I just try to remind them that, he's going to be up in a little bit. So just to, let him sleep. But of course, babies are cute when they're sleeping. Everyone wants to kiss him and pat him and he ends up getting woke up. Remember to ask questions and like and subscribe. And we'll always answer your questions anytime we can. So thanks for watching. Bye.